Hi, and welcome to this week's video on rate of change. Our big thing here, we've got our Cornell notes going. You've got the objective of solving problems, ratios, and rates, but the real thing that I want to key in on is your essential question. Make sure you write the essential question of how can I identify and represent proportional relationships. That's what we're going to have our conversation on. And then over here to the left, make sure that we're writing our two vocabulary or test questions about what you come up with in your notes. So let's continue here into an actual example. Oh, first, some definitions. A rate of change. Now, you don't have to pick all of these, but these could be some that you use for your vocabulary. But it's just representing one quantity of change to another. Your proportional relationship is between two quantities, and we're going to be setting up proportions. So here's a few vocabulary words that are on what our topic's going to be. Any questions on those? I want to hear from that in class when we discuss our flip lesson. Otherwise, make a note of that in that left column, any of the words and definitions that you want to include. Okay, next part. Let's get to an actual example here. There we go. There we go. You've got your different proportions here. Now notice this is like getting a unit rate. If you can figure out how much it is out of 1, you have your unit rate. So it's 3 miles for 1 hour. That is the unit rate of miles per hour. Proportional, unit rate, it all goes together really well. We're going to be talking about both of those things and how proportions and rates are the same kind of thing. They're kind of interchangeable. Just when you're dealing with the unit rate, you're dealing with the rate for 1, meaning a unit is 1, unit rate 1. Makes sense. Okay, and into our first example. All right, Callie earned money by dog sitting. Based on this table, is this relationship between Callie's earnings and the number of days a proportional relationship? Now be aware, these tables can be written horizontal, or you could have just as easily made the table vertical. And I'm going to show you how you can set that up as well. You can leave it horizontal, but I think vertical when you're dealing with X and Y is a lot easier. All right, the big thing to understand is that you're going to have an independent variable and you're going to have a dependent variable. Your X is always the independent variable, the thing that isn't changed by Y. So when you're looking at number of days or money earned, you have to think to yourself, which one is something that's going to change? Can the amount of money change or number of days that pass change? If it has something to do with time, it's probably going to be your independent variable or X. Anything doing with time, you can't stop time. It's just, we're not Marty McFly. We don't own a time machine. Time's going to be constant. It's going to keep on going. And that's a big thing when you're dealing with constant rate of change. You're figuring out how much it is for that one rate. So let's go ahead and put in X with the days. There we go. So there's our days. And we're going to put, here's the amount earned on the right. It's the same thing we're dealing with now, just vertically. And again, deciding what is the independent variable, that's the constant. It's not going to change. Your independent, or X, is going to be staying the same consistently. And as you can see on the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's pretty constant. That's going to be our X as we're finding this rate of change. So let me go ahead and label that. We've got our X for our days, our Y for our dependent. The money earned depends on the number of days you work. So you're going to earn money depending on the amount of days that you're actually working. So let's see if we can find here what our rate of change is. So it's called let's write that down, constant rate of change. That constant rate of change. So it's a way to figure out, it reminds me of unit rate. When you're figuring out the rate for 1 is your unit rate, your constant rate of change, you're saying how much is this changing based on my other variables. So obviously we've got 5 days we've worked here, and we're going on down the table. You've got to figure out whether you have an increase or a decrease happening as we get into charts. But for now, let's at least identify what our constant rate of change is. So we're going to put the amount earned over the number of days, and we're going to set that up like a ratio for your unit rate. You've got your Y, and then you've got your X, because you're going to find the change in Y compared to the change in X. If you do that, that's how you find your constant rate of change. So Y changes by 16 when X is 1. So when Y is 16, X is 1, that's just like a unit rate, because remember, a unit rate is how much it is for 1 unit is 1. So let's go ahead and work our way up. So we've got, what if it was the 2 days? For 2 days, that is going to be $32. So in 2 days, she has $32. And you can see that is still the same rate of change. But if you want to know what the constant rate is, it's like the unit rate. That's 16. So we're going to divide by 2 and divide by 2 and see, yes, move my face out of the way. Ooh, I'm floating. That is going to be the 16 over 1. Now let's go back to the actual question here and see. If you did it each time, so if I have now all the way up to 48, yes, still works. If I do it for 64, yeah, it's still going to work. Divided by 4, dividing by 4, yeah, you get the point. Then for, ooh, let's jump to 80 and 5. Yes, magically, it still worked. So if it's working every time, would you say it's constant? Excellent. So it's a constant rate of change there. And let's go back to the question. You've got Callie. It's happening every time. She is earning. We go back to Callie and we decide, is the relationship between the amount that Callie earns and the number of days a proportional relationship? Is it constant? Did you get the same unit rate for every one of these? And the answer is yes. Yes, you did get a constant rate of change on this one, because no matter what you found for the unit rate, it still was 16 over 1. All right, well, thank you so much. Make sure we have our summary ready to go in class. And I think that's all. I think we've mastered our essential question. Can we identify and represent a proportional relationship? Is it linear or going to make a straight line? We'll talk more about that later. Thank you so much.